Hi there folks, my name's NovaWing24 and welcome to FSX this week where I'm going to be doing a little bit of a review of this magnificent, beautiful aeroplane that we see in front of us at the moment, the Westland Wyvern. So this aircraft was a fascinating aircraft, sort of bridging that gap between piston and jet engine sort of operations for military aircraft. One of the first turboprops ever around, and it's an absolutely magnificent aircraft with a very checkered but fascinating history. It's only served only in service for about 4 years, but absolutely fascinating. So. Yes, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having a quick little look at this one. So we're going to have a quick little review of this one. This is produced by the team over at FlyingStations.com, who specialise in naval aircraft and the occasional trip into Canberra territory. So, Alright folks, well as you can see, we're also actually on, funny enough, we're also on another one of Flying Stations products actually, the HMS Ark Royal. So this is the R09, as she was during the 70s, as you can see by the Phantoms and Buccaneers sitting on her deck there. Maybe a little bit heavier for this one, but this particular Wyvern that we're going to be flying in today, as we clamber into the cockpit there. As we clamber into the cockpit and look at the beautiful wing fold there. Let's get our engines fired up. But this particular aircraft actually served on the Ark Royal during the Suez Crisis. So there you go. And now just while I fire this up, guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to, you notice my camera's moving around a bit more than it usually does this time. Well, I want to give a quick shout out to the team over at pcaviator.com.au. Thanks very much to them for hooking me up with the Track IR setup. So I've heard a lot of people talk about it. But I've never actually used it myself, and I tell you what, I don't know how I actually ever lived without it, because this thing is absolutely freaking incredible. Alright, so there you can hear the turbines spooling up there, and there go our contra-rotating propellers. So, But yeah, so shout out to the guys over at pcaviator.com.au. Guys, it's a brilliant site for getting pretty much all of your flight simulation needs. So, yes, highly recommend their site, and I'll pop their link down below. But anyway, let's move on to getting our beautiful Westland Wyvern up and running, shall we? Alright, so I should probably move and taxi off to a catapult. So, you can probably guess, folks, from the fact that I'm actually on a carrier right now, says that yes, this aircraft is fully FSX acceleration enabled, complete with the ability to do cats and traps. So we're just going to taxi out of the way of our other parked aircraft and line ourselves up on a cat. And now I do have to show you this, so I'm going to switch to the external view for this, so you can actually see the wings as they unfold. So I mean, full credit to the team from Flying Stations here. This model and the animations they put on this is absolutely incredible. So yeah, definitely props to you guys for that one there, as we slide our canopies shut. Alright, we'll stop cheating now, we'll jump back inside here. Alright, so we'll taxi up and line ourselves up on the cat. Turn a little bit. There we are. Oh, I think I overshot the cat thing in this one, I think. Yes, oh, massively overshot it. Alright, so you're looking for that little shuttle that's on the bottom there, folks. Alright, so we're going to back it on up. And when we're close, do our launch assist setup. Probably skips across a bit when we do that. There we are. Right, found it. Okay, so Now, quick sort of side note here. These little blast deflectors that popped up, that was absolutely revolutionary in its day when the Ark Royal was fitted with those. And you can see the little catapult things. Yeah, yes, it was actually literally wired to the little lugs on the bottom of the aircraft. So there you go. All right. So now, Westland Wyvern was, as I was saying, it was originally designed on a Second World War sort of idea for a long-range naval strike fighter, and was originally designed to be running with a piston engine. So the original design was there. The original design was then sort of dropped by Westland. As we get our flaps to always do flaps to full when you're taking off from a carrier, folks. So yeah, the original design was sort of put by the wayside, but then with higher end pistons and the eventual future of a turboprop. So we're on full cat, take off trim, and let's go. And we're up. So you can see, folks, yeah, the model animation, the sounds on this is just pretty damn amazing. It really is. So, whew, yes, there we are. All right. Yeah. So as I was saying, the Westland Wyvern was a yeah, the original project was sort of cancelled, and then it was reviewed by the Westland team, and then reproposed as a piston with eventual future abilities to take a turboprop engines, which is sort of being talked about and being proposed at the time. So with that in mind, it designed. The engines sort of were designed, as you can see, sort of here, folks. They are sort of mid/almost behind the pilot, and there was a part of the design driving the contra-rotating propellers, which is something that wasn't really featured much in single-engine aircraft. It's more for multi-engines, which use the contra-rotating props more. So yeah, it was definitely a very revolutionary design, especially for its time. But it had its fair share of problems. It definitely did. So there were various problems. For example, initially when it was first released, the turboprops simply were not available, and they were not around to be fitted. So the first versions did still rely on pistons before the suitable engines were available. In fact, the actual aircraft, although it was designed and accepted by the Royal Navy as a strike fighter, it wouldn't actually. The initial version didn't actually even get its carrier qualifications until in service for I think it was 2 years. 2 years before it was in service for. No, it was a year. It was in service for a year before it actually even got its official nod from their lordships that it could actually operate off a carrier. So it was, and when they did, and when they were eventually deployed on the carrier, the Napier, the engine that they had, I think it was the Napier. I think no, the Napier was a jet engine. No, what was it? It'll come to me in a minute. But this pilot's noticed that it had a nasty habit of actually having an engine flame out on takeoff, because the high G-forces actually caused fuel starvation in the jet engine that drives the turboprop, and it was kind of like, yeah, and you sort of pull off the cat, and the engine would go, yeah, no, we're done, and it would just ride straight off the cat into the water. Never good. But on a side note, as you can probably see from the little ring handle there above me, sitting in the pilot seat there, that this aircraft was fitted with an ejection seat, and it was actually history was actually set in a Westland Wyvern when one was actually shot off the front deck of a carrier, and then the engine failed on takeoff, because as they were at the time, which then led to the aircraft, going off the edge of the carrier, and then suddenly it fell to the water, and the carrier ran over it. So what do you do when a carrier runs over your aircraft? Well, you actually pretty much sit with it till the carrier's gone past you, and then you then you pull the ejection handle. So he actually, it was the first ever underwater ejection was conducted from a Wyvern. Not intentionally, but yeah, well, you know what, it saved the pilot's life, which is very, very important. So, there you go. Otherwise, operationally wise, she served pretty much only in one major combat theatre, which is the colours of this aircraft we see here. So in the Suez Crisis, so it served there. So it was fairly well received and very effective. But yeah, as I said, it's essentially its operational history, operational life was cut short due to the large volume of accidents that befell it, both during takeoffs and during landings as well. So. And it's just kind of so it's Lieutenant B.D. McFarlane was the one who set the set these in the history books as being the first person ever to actually eject from an aircraft underwater. All right, so now the next part, we're going to attempt a carrier landing in beautiful Westland Wyvern as we just as we go on the break here. So our base recovery course for our carrier was 360, so we're going to need to make a turn to 180 and fly our downwind while we get dirty up, or dirty down rather, as our American cousins say. Never actually found out. I was doing a bit of research for this video. Never actually found out what British pilots would actually say during that call, but never actually found out. So. Alright, so we've got our beam call there, and we'll show you the beauty of this Wyvern with a double slotted flaps on the inboard there, as well as the normal flaps on the outside, and our beautiful hook down. So, alright, now let's see if I can do this. I'm probably not going to make it, because I'll tell you what, folks, if you're into your naval aviation at all, and you're sick of the fact that the modern stuff is fairly easy to land with all this fly-by-wire and beautiful digital readouts and heads-up displays and all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, grab this and try and land it on a carrier. Yeah, not easy. Really not easy. Yeah, the number of bolters I've had on with this thing is just freaking phenomenal. So yeah, you definitely gain a huge appreciation for naval pilots when they were flying these aircraft. Like, the design of the Wyvern is that the pilot actually sits essentially on top of a hump of the airframe to actually maximize the visibility for carrier ops. But I tell you what, it ain't enough. It's really not. Alright, we're climbing there. We don't want that. Alright, okay. So, alright. I got the ball. Alright, a little high. Let's bring that down. Alright. Alright, come on. Oh, hey! Ha! 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 Okay, I'm really chuffed with that, folks. Can I just say I am incredibly chuffed with that. Yeah, before this video, I was getting a bit of practice in, and I think I was I think I had 11 bolters, and before I landed it, and then parked up, which is where we started this video. So the fact that I got that, freaking amazing. Oh my god, that's awesome. Okay, back to the review, folks. Okay, so overall thoughts. Well, let's just jump in the cockpit again here, folks. So look, this cockpit is amazingly detailed. It really is. Everything, well, not everything, but almost everything is clickable, is usable, and that kind of fun stuff. So, yeah, it is very, very well done. You get the feel that you're in a 1953, 1954 aircraft. You get a glimpse into how hard it is for naval aviators, especially back then, to actually be able to operate, fly, and maintain off the carriers. Like, it's just incredible. the sound of this beautiful turboprop just running, and just watching the contra-rotating propellers, mate. Just listening to that Rolls-Royce Eagle. Sorry, not Rolls-Royce Eagle. Sorry, sorry. The Armstrong Whitworth Siddeley. Yeah. Oh God, I will get it right today. I promise, folks. The Armstrong Siddeley Python engine. Ah, got there finally. Yeah, just listening to it is absolutely incredible. Like the wing fold animations, top notch. Issues. There's always issues. As you probably just saw on that carrier landing, has a violent tendency to pitch forward on the landing. Now, to be fair, that did tend to happen in the actual aircraft as well in real life. So, I think maybe a little over-modeled in this one, but you know what? Otherwise, pretty cool. You do have the option of adding on stores, so you can actually equip this with 2,000 pounders, one under each wing. Supposedly, according to the manual, they're droppable, but I'm yet to figure out how. So, yeah. If somebody can figure it out, please let me know. Like, there's a jettison stores button there, but it doesn't seem to work. So, yeah, I don't know. But look, overall, flight model is pretty damn awesome. For modeling, turboprop carrier ops, this thing is freaking awesome. It really gives, as I said, it's a bit of a glimpse into history and that gap between the piston age and the jet age. It's a really fascinating look into that one as well. Alright, folks, now we've got to come across to the price, and you know what, this is the best part of all of this. This beautiful aeroplane, challenging nightmare. You will be kicking yourself because it just doesn't do what you want it to do. Aeroplane, but is still just suckers and brings you back for more. Best thing about this, folks, is it's free. It is the grand old cost of zero. And tell you what, guys, this thing is payware quality. It really is. It absolutely 110% is payware quality. So, yeah. Get it. Just stop what you're doing. At the end of this video, go to the Flying Stations website. It's listed down below. Go and get yourself this beautiful aeroplane. While you're there, you can also pick yourself up this beautiful version of HMS Ark Royal. She is available again for the grand old price of free, folks. This will give you a nice British flavour to your carrier ops. This is the Ark Royal does come with some carrier tracks preset around Gibraltar, off the UK and off the US, I believe, but is also fully compatible with AI carriers too as well. So there you go. Well, folks, that pretty much wraps up my little review here of Flying Stations Westland Wyvern. My overall thing is, get it, you will love it. It is absolutely incredible, it really is. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on that one, folks. Alright, folks, well, thank you very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.